Welcome to the Own Your Best Life podcast. I'm May Emson, your host, leadership and mindset coach. Here, we talk all things spiritual, mindset, business, leadership, and wellness for the modern seeker who wants to align their life with purpose and inspiration. We'll cover career changes, stress management, meditation, energy, intuition, and more. Each episode holds spiritual and practical tools to help you live a life of your wildest dreams without getting burnt out along the way. Ready to live a life on your own terms? This is the Own Your Best Life podcast. Welcome to episode number 177 of the Own Your Best Life podcast. So I have been working on this behind the scenes for a while now, and I cannot wait to share this with you. Yes, you, I'm talking to you. You are officially invited to my next 5 years virtual retreat. So this has kind of been in my energy, in my aura, something that I've been really pondering really for years, actually. If you need a bit of time for yourself to figure out what you really want, now is the time. So I'm going to share with you what happened for me when I created my 5-year plans and also what happened when I didn't. So you can actually learn from my mistakes and get yourself on track quicker than I did. And I remember hearing this quote, and I shared this with a client recently, and she resonated with it. So I'm going to share it with you, which is that experience is the most expensive way to learn. And I love this because I know for a fact that I will fail, but I also love to learn and never give up. And so I've created this really rock solid mentality that I will never fail in the truest sense because I will always learn. And the true failure for me is when a thing happens and I don't reflect, I don't think about what I could do differently. I don't gain any insight from that experience. And so this is why I wanted to take the time to record this podcast on this topic, to share with you what I learned about the 5-year planning process that really helped me, and also how I didn't do it and why that didn't work out so well for me either. So the best time to plan is now, always. And I remember that I was so busy in the doing and succeeding in high school that I didn't really think about what I wanted to do for college or after that. Has that ever happened to you where you've just gotten yourself so involved in so many different things and are asking yourself to excel and to do really well in all of these different things, and none of them are about thinking about what's next? And so being really present with all of my activities helped me stay focused, worked hard where I was. But what I made was this mistake, which is not having an activity like I do now, which is coaching, which is about thinking about the future, which is about setting time aside, going on retreats, leading these different types of activities and workshops and experiences where I'm purposefully designing and creating and seeding what is next. So at that time, that wasn't part of my portfolio of things to do. They were all things focused on today, here and now. So when I started applying for colleges, which is the action, it's the execution of a strategy, I didn't actually have a really well thought out strategy. I assumed that I had done enough work by just doing well where I was today. And I had the SAT scores, I had the extracurriculars, I had the grades. I was expected to go to these top tier colleges and schools. And when I didn't get into any of my top choices, I remember the moment of confusion, the moment of shock that was about this feeling and this thought of just like, what happened? And I didn't know what I really wanted. And in a world where people are competing for top spots at these top schools, I didn't actually have what it takes to get in. We think it's all these things, but that conviction that comes from knowing what you want next is palpable. And we think that just doing what we're doing now and doing it really well is enough, when we really need to spend enough time, an appropriate amount of time doing what we do now, and then also spend an appropriate amount of time thinking about what we desire, planning, being strategic about what's next in our lives. And sometimes that only comes from the doing, right? So you have to have both. But from the doing, now what? From the doing, what does that mean? And I did what many of you are doing now. I just working so hard on the things that are right in front of you. And I never had a moment to think about what comes after. Then 5 or 10 years goes by and you just wonder, is this what I really wanted? Is this what I want next? And what now? And I had this massive realization then that I took my success for granted, that I took the inevitable success that I would have from here on out for granted because I was working so hard. But when you're working hard, you want to ask yourself, what am I working on? Am I working on who I think I want to be, or am I working on a version of myself that has now kind of matured? We all have a version of ourselves that is still unfolding. There's still an edge and a part of us that is still being explored, whether you want to be more fully seen in your life, right? Show up more authentically, be someone that other people think of, or even consider yourself as important, right? Making time for yourself, caring for what's coming for you in your life, in your body, in your health, all those things. This takes a certain amount of time. It takes a certain amount of thought in terms of being able to be with yourself now, but also for a version of yourself that comes later. So from then on, I took planning a lot more seriously. I was already organized, I will say that, but I really took the time to think about what I wanted. And I created a 5-year plan for myself when I applied to business school. And I did that 5-year plan to a T, got into the schools I wanted, got scholarships even. And so I know that it worked. And then I reverse engineered all things that worked so I can explain it here and now and in the 5-year retreat that you're going to sign up for as succinctly as I can, so that you too can have whatever you want in life more easily than I did. So I'm going to go more in depth. When I say more in depth, I mean we're going to take 3 hours. We're going to start at 9 a.m. Eastern on September 30th, and I'm going to lead you through a process of visioning, of mapping, and of starting to get the wheels in motion at my free live event. And again, that's on September 30th. So do not miss it. You can bring a friend, send this to your friends. You can share this with your partner, or just make sure that you attend, because I'm going to help you guide yourself through this process that you would likely not go through on your own. It's going to help you gain more clarity in what you want and start making it inevitable that you'll make progress immediately. And so one of the reasons that this has been so important for me to share with people is because when I talk to people about what it is that they want next, a lot of times they're confused. They're not sure, right? So I'm creating so many different resources. I had to figure out what's next. But then goals become the next thing. Like, I know I don't like this, but what do I want? What is the thing that I'm passionate about? Where do I want to spend my time? What if I have a family? How do I get a handle on the overwhelm in work? Is this what it's always going to be like? Like, those questions are what we're going to start to tackle in the 5-year plan. And so if you are ready and you want to join in, I highly recommend you do so. It will be virtual. So no matter where you are in the world, you will be able to be there live, and we'll go through a really interesting process that will be like this mini retreat. So just imagine time for yourself, the ability to ideate, to meditate, to dream bigger, to really start to settle in and spend time without all of the outside noises so that you can come to a place of clarity from all of the to-dos and shoulds in your life about what is it that I want next? How am I going to actually focus on those things? So if you're ready to sign up, you can go to the link in the show notes, or you can go to www.may-emson.mykajabi.com/5 years. Or you can just go to the link in the show notes. I cannot wait to see you there. Make sure you attend. Let other people know. I am so excited to be able to do this with you all for free and to give you what you need to actually make the moves into work where you are paid well and have a life that you love, and better health and better relationships and a more authentic way of showing up so that you can feel more free in your life and feel like you're actually doing the things that you wanted to do and that you're being this person that has a sense of freedom in their life as well. All right, my friends, I love you. I hope you have an amazing rest of the week, and sign up for the 5-year virtual retreat. Have a good one. Thanks so much for joining us this week on Own Your Best Life. Make sure to subscribe to the show on iTunes or wherever you listen to podcasts so that you'll never miss a show. And while you're at it, can you please rate and review on iTunes? I would so appreciate it. Share it with a friend, take a screenshot of it, and tag @MayEmson. This helps continue to get the word out. For more show notes and resources, check out www.mayemson.com. You'll have all the links to everything you heard here today. Thanks so much for listening. It's time to own your best life.